Next, we are going to learn to write about a visit to a zoo. When you talk about zoo, most children who love animals are always excited and very curious. Looking at pictures, you love animals, but seeing a real animal is really most exciting. Going to a zoo, looking at different shapes of animals, their colors, how they behave, what they eat, how they really look like, their sizes, it is really nice to admire them. And some children get fascinated looking at them. The ferocious animals are kept in a nice hard enclosure so that it doesn't harm the visitors. Some zoos right there do not feed animals. I remember looking somewhere and somebody tried to feed an animal and lost finger. So always follow, when you go to the zoo, instructions written, do not feed animals. They may get sick or you may lose your finger. Which do you prefer? Now, the wild animals are kept in large, spacious enclosures, and they have acres of land enclosed so that these animals are protected, they are safe, they get enough food, they get enough water, there is a caretaker and so on. Now, there are different kinds of animals you find in the zoo. You find wild ones, you also find tame ones, you find varieties of birds, birds in the pond, birds in the cage, all kinds of things. Whatever animal you want to see, it is there in the zoo. And that is why some children get fascinated. Now, who normally takes you to the zoo? It's always the school. The school, the teacher will say, come on, we have learned about the zoo, animals that are kept in the zoo. We can't afford to go to the forest. We can go to a zoo where these are taken care of, wild animals. So we can look at them and see and enjoy. So the teacher arranges for a picnic, a short picnic to the zoo. What does the teacher do? She collects money, she arranges a nice bus, and there we go to the zoo. And then at the zoo, what do you see? Teacher arranges, put us all into groups, and group by group we go walking, looking at all the wonderful animals over there. Then what else you do when you're tired? You sit down, open your snack box, you have your snacks, and then finally you get back into the bus and you come home. The next day the teacher says, come on, let's write about the zoo. And that's what we are going to do now. We are going to write about our experiences looking at all the lovely animals and birds that we saw. Visit to a zoo. Visit to a zoo. So we finish going to the zoo, and now we can write about it. Okay. A visit to the zoo is always a pleasure for all animal lovers. Yes or no? Yes. A visit to the zoo, a visit to the zoo is always a pleasure for all animal lovers. For all animal love. Do you love animals? Then zoo is a nice place, isn't it? Lovers. Why is it a pleasure to look at them? Because they are so huge, and the way they look, their colors, their movements, it all fascinates you, isn't it? So visit to the zoo is always a pleasure for the animal lovers. Now, what is a zoo? A zoo is a place where all kinds of animals are kept in safety. So, a zoo is a place. A zoo is a place where all kinds of animals, big and small, thin and fat, beautiful and ugly, all kinds of animals are kept. That's a place where they're kept. Now, they are not kept all together. So many acres of land, everybody is not running about like the jungle. But in a zoo, they are all kept in separate enclosures. That's the beauty of the zoo. In the wild, in the open, in the large forest, they are left loose. That is their home, a free home. But in a zoo, they are kept in a large spacious place, but in different enclosures, different animal. Only then the animal keeper can feed it correctly. So, they are kept in separate cages. They are kept in separate cages and enclosures for feeding purpose, cleaning purpose. Cages and enclosures so they are kept, where are they kept? They are kept in separate cages and enclosures, not only for feeding, taking care of them, cleaning and all that. Now, last month our teacher took us to a zoo. So, when did you go? You went last month or last week? You can say last week. Last week our class visited a large zoo. So, you are all very happy. The last week we all went to the zoo. Now, there were many kinds of trees and plants and bushes. Why do we need trees and plants and bushes? For the animals to move about. Now, there were many kinds of trees, plants and bushes. There were wild and tame animals, and birds of all varieties and birds of all kinds. What was the instruction given at the zoo? We were told not to feed. Not only to feed, not to tease also. Don't make fun, then they get very angry. So, we were told not to feed or tease. the animals. They'll get wild. You tease your friends, isn't it? And the friends will get wild. So, the animals are supposed to be in their surrounding, they need to be happy, they need to be on their own. So, you are not to feed them. There are zookeepers allotted for feeding, and you are not to tease them and upset them. You are only supposed to look at them and move on. Okay. There were a lot of animals, small animals in the pond. There were, what are the things put in the pond? There were a lot of frogs and snakes and crocodiles. There were lots of frogs, snakes, and other than crocodiles, what else you will find? Ducks. And there will be a crocodile section also. Okay. It was fascinating to look at the huge animals. It was very fascinating watching the huge animals. As time went by, we were tired. We sat down, had our snacks, and returned home. As time went by, we were tired. We got into our groups. And had our snacks. We were sad to return home, to return to school. We were sad to return to school. We thanked our teacher for the lovely time spent at the zoo. What did we do? We thanked our teacher for taking us to the zoo. So that's it. So now we learn to write about the zoo, the visit to the zoo. Now, first of all, we went to the zoo. The teacher made preparation to call the children to the zoo. And now we are going to write about it. What are we writing? Visit to a zoo. A visit to a zoo is always a pleasure for all animal lovers. We all love some kind of animal, a pussycat or a dog or a bird in the house or fish, something. We love some type of animal to take care of. So we all love animals. Okay? So especially for animal lover, it's a pleasure visiting a large zoo. A zoo is a place where all kinds of animals are kept in enclosures in safety. They are kept in separate cages and enclosures so that they can clean them and feed them. Last week, a class visited a large zoo. Who took you to the zoo? The class teacher. There were many kinds of trees, plants and bushes. And then you can elaborate there. Trees and plants and bushes for what? Main leaves, maybe for monkeys, bushes for birds. Some birds will be on the tree. So all kinds. There were wild and tame animals and birds of all kinds. Birds of all kinds and all colors and sizes. You can elaborate on that. You can say the different type of birds you saw in the pond. You can write about the size of the birds, pelicans, huge one, to tiny sparrows. Okay? Then we were told not to feed or tease the animal. Teasing is forbidden. You cannot disturb the mood of the, you can say, mood of the animals. Then there were lots of frogs, snakes and ducks. Where? In the pond. You can say it was a large pond and you saw all this. Then you can also write about the aquarium, different type of colors and size of fishes you saw. If you write, it will come much more, but this is a short composition. It was very fascinating watching the huge animals. As time went by, we were tired. We got into our groups and had our snacks. We were sad to return to school. We thanked the teacher for taking us to the zoo. So you can also write in detail your travel in the bus to the zoo, how you returned. Maybe you took some pictures with the permission of the zookeeper. You had to take an early permission. Now how you stood by the animal and you took photo, and when you came home, how happy you were. Railway station is always a fascinating place for children. Station, when I say engine, train, station, especially boys, they just love it. But if you have your uncles and aunts or grandparents living in somewhere far away from the city and you have to take only a train to go there, it's very fascinating and your parents will take you. When you have someone in the family, uncles or your daddy working on the railway as a ticket collector or an engine driver, it is more fascinating. Especially little boys and girls, they love to travel in a train. So today we are going to talk about visit to the railway station. Now why do you go to the railway station? Normally to pick up somebody, or you are going to take a train to some place, and it is very exciting. Now suppose you only go to pick up a person, you will be looking around to see the crowd, the trains coming in and going, the rush at the station, and you go, and your parents or uncles who takes you will be very, very tense because your safety is also important. Now, if you are traveling to another place in a train, you are all the more excited. You would have packed some special goodies, some fruits or vegetable or food, and then you some games. You are going to have an overnight journey, and there you are in the train, all excited, and you are going to meet somebody, maybe an old aunt or your grandparents. It's all exciting for children because train you can sit there like a room, sit out and watch what's going on outside, and it's very exciting. And then at the same time eating, playing, spending night sleeping, lots of things are there. So today we are going to, the teacher says, let's write about a visit to the railway station. Sometimes you just simply go to pick up somebody and come away. But here we are also going on a journey. You go to the station for a purpose. What is the purpose? To get into a train. Why train? To visit someone or pick up someone who is on the way to some other place. So teacher says, come on, a visit to the railway station. Sometimes the teachers also get children to the station just to have a view of the station for children who do not travel in a train or not seen an engine or not seen a train at all. Now, so let's write about visit to a railway station. Visit to a railway station. So what will you write? Supposing you have your dad as an engine driver, then you can say, my dad works an engine driver in a train. So when your dad is working as an engine driver, then they'll have a pass for the family. It's very easy. So when the holiday comes, daddy plans the holiday to take you on a trip to some aunt's house, grandma's house, and you spend the day or night in the train journey. And then there's a lot of planning to do, what to take with you, how long you're going to be in the train, etc. So what are you saying first now? My dad. What's your dad? My dad works as an engine driver. He's an engine driver. So he tells you all sorts of stories, so you want to travel in a train. Okay? Then he plans summertime is the time you take holiday. So what does he do? He plans a summer vacation to his mother's house. So my dad works as an engine driver, so now he plans a summer vacation to his mother's house. So we are all excited now, okay? Now, we wait. What do the family members do? Boys and girls, we wait for the day. We wait eagerly. We wait eagerly for the day. Okay? Now daddy has planned the summer vacation. That means he has the ticket, everything. Now what do you plan? Okay? We plan to take our books, our storybooks. What else you'll take? Games, say card games or things like that. Then what else you'll take? And our favorite goodies and our favorite food. Now when you say favorite food, what does it include? Biscuits, sweets, other eatables. So daddy plans the ticket and he says, summer vacation, we are going to my mother's house, and you wait eagerly for the day. Then what do? We plan to take our storybooks, games and our favorite food on our train journey. So all this you are going to take in the now. The day arrived and you are at the station. Okay? Now what happens? The day arrived and we are the day arrives and we are at the station. The crowd is large, or you can say there is a sea of people. There is a sea of people. What else is there? Noises of trains, sea of people, and then there is noise of trains. Then what else is there? Luggage being pushed, and luggage being dragged, etc. So there is a total confusion at the station. We make our way. We make our way to a platform. We manage to get into the train. We managed to get into our compartment. So there is a lot of noise. Hawkers are there, noise is there, engines coming, people pushing, luggage is being rolled, lot of noise. In the midst of all that, what do? You manage to reach your platform and you have entered into your compartment. So what do you see all the time? Total confusion. Now what do? We settle down. We settle down and wait for the train to move. In the meantime, what else you see? People rushing. Some people rush. Some people rush, run to get into the train, and that's bad, isn't it? Because your dad is an ancient driver, he took you early into your compartment, to your platform, and you settle down. But there are people who rush, who run, who come last minute, and then there's always tension. You may also miss the train. So the station, what kind of place is the station? Noisy place. All kinds of trains entering, exit, people making noise, sea of people moving, luggages being pushed, hawkers shouting, children getting lost. Lot of things happen at this railway station. It's always a very, very busy place, and most of the time children get lost. That is why your mom and dad hold you firm and say, walk with me, be with me, don't go away. So here we are writing a short composition, but you can also elaborate on your journey, what place you're going, from where to where, what are the things you took with you in your special bag. Then you can write in detail about how long is the journey, what you do in the train, you sleep, you eat, you play, you make a noise, etc. So now we are writing visit to a railway station. You had been going all the time, and now here you write, my dad works as an engine driver. So dad might have been telling you a lot of stories, then you can say, so my dad works as an engine driver. He plans a summer vacation. So dad is from a faraway place. He is an engine driver and he wants to go to his mother's place. So he is taking his children to his mother's place on a train journey. We wait eagerly for the day. It's a summer vacation. It's a long vacation, and we wait eagerly for the day. And dad is going to take us all to his mother's place. And we had been going, and here again we are going. We plan to take our storybooks, our games, and our favorite food on our train journey. So thinking of the train, we are excited. So what the children do? They collect their books or storybook or games or the food they like, and there they are ready for the train journey. The day arrives and we are at the station. So daddy says, see, we got to go early, come with us. So we go early to the station. There is a sea of people all the time. Anytime you go to the station, you will find people, mobs, crowds coming and going, coming and going. Noises, noise made by the people, noise made by the engines coming in and going. There is also noise made by the hawkers trying to sell things. So there is sea of people, noise of trains and luggage being dragged and pushed, all kinds of noise at the railway station. Then we make our way to a platform. We managed to get into a compartment. It's very difficult. At the station, it's very difficult to find your platform, then to reach your compartment, because the noise and the people are too many. And if you go late, you will never reach your platform. You will never reach your compartment. Now, we settle down and wait for the train to move. Then what else you see when you look out? We see some people rush and run and trying to get in the train. They may be late, or because the crowd, they couldn't walk between the crowd to reach there. Now you are happy. So that's the railway station. Mostly when you talk about railway station, it's always a noisy place. And if you go to a big station, you got to be so careful. You must know the name of the train that you can write. You can say the number of the train, from where is it going, where is it ending, how long is the journey going to be. There are a lot of things you can write. Another exciting thing is when you settle down in the train, the ticket collector comes, show me your ticket. And there you proudly show off your ticket, because your dad is an engine driver, he'll have a special pass. So you're all excited. So a lot of other things, then you meet new people, you meet sometimes friends in the compartment, we journey together, and then you're all excited about reaching your grandma's place. So there are a lot of things you can write when you write about a railway station. The most exciting thing is when you sit in the train and look out, what else you see? You see a glimpse of thing and it goes, because train goes fast. So a lot of things you can write. It's a very interesting topic, and my visit to a railway station is a very interesting topic, and you can write a lot more. To write more, we need to read a lot more.